Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
Yo, everybody, it's Yo Ride. So let's get to it. Bring the pain!
What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Rhoda this week. It's the Fight Club of Pain. We're open. What's up, Dan? How you doing today?
Oh, what's up, man? I feel better today. I've been battling this autoimmune disease the last couple of days.
That sucks, man. I don't know what that feels like, but I haven't went to karate, so I guess I've been kind of on my own little down thing. But that was all. I did that myself. I decided to have a knee shot, so I'm about to go into the fight season. Why not oil the joint and get ready to kick some arse, let's say. Yeah. But yeah, so we could just start it right out. This card started out practically like a normal card. We have the 3 fights added from the Ultimate Fighter, and then now we have King Green dropping out. I was looking forward to covering that fight, man.
That's my guy. Guy.
You were picking Bobby, weren't you?
I was picking Bobby.
First round knockout?
Nah, I was gonna say second.
I was going first round knockout plus 1,200. But I really thought, ultimately my pick was going to be Diego Pereira. So that was going to be it. I was going to do the knockout sub with him. Honestly, I was playing knockout for both. The plus 130 was way too juicy, and I knew that somebody's going down. So why take a chance? Just put the money on the plus that's going to happen, and bam, I was just in it. I wanted to see that fight because I knew there's 2 dudes. What's up?
You know, with Bobby, it's kill or be killed. That's it. That's all it is.
That's all it was going to be. And that's the best type of fights, man. That's why sometimes Kevin Holland's all right, man.
Yeah.
At least he tries, I guess.
Sometimes.
He tries, man. It is wild right now. So right now, I actually have the Heat Slayer draft tonight. It's an IDP league at Dr. Roto, and these guys are all over me in the chat right now. And I'm like, I told them all night, I was like, yo, I'm going live. Like, I'm live, guys. You gotta, if you're gonna come talk to me, you got to come into the chat. Yeah, because we do have, the chat is wide open. Oh,
come in
what's
here.
Up, Jamie? I see Jamie's up in there. How you doing, man? That Jamie's
what's up, man?
guy. You remember him?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah?
I remember.
All right. So, it's good to see you, man. We're proud, man. It was a great weekend. We definitely covered from it all. And it looked like you got a little choppy there, but we got this. So, for everybody that doesn't... No, yeah, I don't know what happens. Internet, at least they dropping like last week. Holy mackerel, that was a problem. Man, I said mackerel.
Me or him? No. Me or him, Jamie?
No, you're good. Good. Yes, Jamie. Jamie, yes, we have live questions. Oh, wait a minute. You're asking Jamie, is it me or you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we get that figured out. Welcome to the Fight Club of Pain, everybody. Just pile on in. We got some bets, parlays. We got the parlay of pain at the end of the show. Of course, we got DFS lineups to give out for free. We're going to do a DK one. Might throw in, I could do a FanDuel one. Just throw in the team we did lose a couple fighters, and I'm pretty sure both sites at this point are going to be scared to even increase this. They might. I don't think so. I think they're going to leave it where it's at. The pricing's already set in, man. Did you head over to DraftKings to look at the pricing, Dan?
No, I'm not going to lie to you. I did not look at anything this week.
Oh no, yeah.
I did all my research right before this podcast, man.
Right.
I've been kind of on that shelf for the last 3 days.
Yeah, and that's man, it sucked. But hey, we're getting it in. We're ready to watch some great fights this weekend. UFC 319. And then going forward with the deal next year, I know a lot of us are excited. We get a new channel. Sometimes the ESPN app always acts up too. So that was always a pain. Did you ever have issues with your ESPN app?
Every pay-per-view, I have issues with the ESPN app.
Right. And here's the thing. They say, no, you should pay for this. You should pay for that. $80, 8 fights, sometimes 4 fights, and then you have the shoddy service. It's hard to swallow that pill. And even though I have ESPN Plus bundled with my Disney and all that other stuff, Hulu, it doesn't matter. In the end, actually, here it is. I watch the pay-per-views or like the events on the Disney. I go to Disney.
Yeah.
I go select ESPN, and that actually runs better than the ESPN app. That makes no sense. Somebody, right? Like, I'm not losing myself, Dan, am I?
No. I have all of the above that you just talked about, and I never even thought to go to Disney and then select ESPN. I never even thought to do it.
It actually runs better because, when you're on the ESPN app, it drops, and you're just like, ugh. And you have to back out, you have to go back in, and then it does that dumb load, but it doesn't load. It like sticks on the load. And I'm like,
Yeah.
No, the actual, dude, you're going to go try this afterwards. You're going to be like, wait a minute. He's right. This is the most wildest stuff. And the fact that it's a secondary company putting out a more stable environment, your app environment, you can't handle. It makes no sense to me. But hey, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about.
UFC Fight Pass was just as bad as ESPN Plus.
Oh, gee.
Oh, it was just as bad. So
I'm happy I didn't have to experience that. I mean,
but Jamie commented again. You were talking to both of us, but Rob called your boy.
Yes, I called Steve. Actually, Steve is in this draft, the IDP draft tonight that we have going on. So that's the actual fun part. So I'll be talking to Steve in the chat drafting. So that's what the Heat Slayer challenge is at Dr. Roto. It's pretty much beat me. There's going to be surprises at the end, but it's also like an IDP learner league. So we have a lot of people, some of the experts, and then a bunch of other people that have never done IDP. So it's just kind of like one of those crazy things that we do. Many sites do it. They just want to teach people to get better and then beat. And then when you beat me, hey, I might be giving out some shirts, but I might not give out my Bring the Pain shirt. Might have to give out some Fight Club of Pain shirts because I'm getting that design done. There's no way. I cannot wait to see us take a picture standing next to each other wearing a Fight Club of Pain shirt, Dan.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It'll be great,
dude. Get to have the hats. We have the socks. Oh, if I could get me the Fight Club of Pain socks, woo, you can hike those bad boys up past my knees. I swear. It's like wild as shit. All right. Well, everybody's here to talk fights, and we're going to talk some fight theory. We're going to start this one off with a banger. We got Jared Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page, MVP. Dan, talk about it.
All right, Cannonier versus Venom Page. This is power versus movement. That's all this fight is. Venom Page, he has elite movement and precision striking. He's extremely unorthodox. He has that karate style that lets him control the distance. He's not a brawler, but he's very calculated. He's elusive in defense, and his only weakness is standing up while he's taken down. Cannonier, power, pressure, and ability to finish fights. He's heavy-handed. He carries knockout power in both hands. He's mentally sharp due to fighting in 3 different weight classes as a top contender. He has high fight IQ and the ability to push it to the cage if needed.
Dang. Yeah, I agree with that, man. What else you got on it? You ready? You ready to talk? Let's go. Dude. Go on.
Go ahead. No, I was waiting for you to ask a question.
All right, dude. So I do fight that karate style, and it does make us faster. We get yelled at all the time for keeping our hands down. But for some reason, some dudes, not everybody, head movement is a thing, right? So some dudes just got that head movement. They're just going to move their heads, right? And they don't need their hands up because sometimes those hands up, they hold us down. They restrict us from like maybe unleashing a kick. So what I do like is that both fighters are active, both in the kicking game, and Cannonier is going to come forward in this fight. The way he took out Rodriguez, and Rodriguez had a lot of my bet, but the only thing that saved me was having Cannonier second round knockout. No, it was the third round knockout. That was a plus 1,300, I think it was. And whatever, it just made more money than I was going to make off of Rodriguez winning that fight. So for me to see him go down, if he gets inside, and I like his ground game too, he's active, he throws punches. But like you said, MVP just stands up, right?
He tries to stand up, but most of the time he can't. I think he's small and doesn't carry a lot of weight for this division. Mm-hmm. I think he's better suited at 170.
I think I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that too. That's the idea of this fight. So for me, who do you got winning?
I got Cannonier. He's not a takedown specialist, but I think he does enough cage work to get the decision.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and I like that. So I did the distance no money line for Cannonier because I just thought that that this fight's gonna go under. Somebody's gonna go down, but I love that. So with that right there, that's gonna give us massive money. So we're about to make a parlay live right now. So check that right there. I also want to throw out Cannonier's third round knockout is a plus 1,200. Second and third round knockout. If we can just get them, MVP moves around the ring, does his wild stuff, doesn't really get caught, trying to slow down and tire out Cannonier, right? So Cannon's going to come at him. He's going to go like that. So they're going to enter the second round. In that second round, both of them are going to slow down. That allows Jared to actually catch up to MVP. So for me, that was a big part of why recovering this fight was hard, because they are both aggressive to their certain extent. But one of them, because the way he keeps his hands down, and the other one, and this being Cannonier, the way he keeps his hands up and comes in is going to give the advantage to Cannonier. I totally agree with you. I'm stepping into this one an MVP fan, but I'm definitely going to pick MVP. I have to pick MVP. I'm picking Michael Venom Page. I am picking him. I couldn't stray away from the karate style. I couldn't stray away from how he's going to be able to move. I do think this is going to go the distance, which is funny because the distance is the negative 215. So distance plus 158 for Cannonier on your side gives you a plus 250 parlay. Now, of course, on the Venom side, money line and distance was a plus 106 because the money line on the MVP side was a little less. Yeah. So so if I went under, the under was a plus 277 for MVP. So I thought that was a more entertaining bet as opposed to the one, because if I was going to play the one, I like the knockout at plus 210. And the distance at the time that I got this bet, was a negative 220, and the distance now is it's a negative 215. So if this goes the distance, we're good. And if you don't think it's going to go the distance, but you think a knockout's going to happen, play the decision, no bet, and throw it on Cannonier. And if he wins by knockout or sub, you got it. If it goes decision, you get your money back and you're good. I like it, man. That's what we do. All right. I was that close to taking Jared. I was that close. Oh, did you have a finish? You said decision then, right?
I said by decision, yeah.
By decision, good. Points are unanimous.
A decision is a decision, right?
Okay, I'll give it that. Sometimes you're bold with the unanimous decision sometimes. I was just making sure. I was like, okay. All right, but now we're on to the next fight, which features two fighters we won some money from, and that's going to be Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. Ooh, yeah. Dan, talk about it.
All right, let's start with both of these guys lost to Ian Gary, both of them. So let's start with that.
More fashionably.
Jeff Neal, because it was a split decision.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
All right. Prates. He's an elusive kickboxer, man. He has straight, long strikes that generate power.
Mm-hmm.
He has a touch of death in both hands. He could put you out if he even touches your chin. He doesn't need too many clean strikes to end a fight, and he loves to fight at a distance. Jeff Neal, man, he has dynamite in both his hands. He's a technical boxer, and he has good movement. He's a great counter puncher with that over the top right hand.
Mm-hmm.
He fights in that Philly shell guard, so he's hard to hit, and he's extremely durable in exchanges. He has a good gas tank, and he's very good at conserving his energy for the later rounds.
I agree with that. You know, another thing I want to add to that too, similarity between both fighters. They're both type of fighters where they stick their hands out too.
Mm-hmm.
So they like to stick their hands out and they like to send them. That's like Prate's 101. Like he's all about just whack and just sending it down the pipe. And so for me, I agree with that 100%. Watching how fast Jeff Neal has, like I said, has won us money. He is so explosive. He's going to come in, but the thing is I feel that they might try to put both their hands out. If that happens, what do you think happens then?
It all depends. Like if they try to feel out the first round and a half, it's going to be won by that protest jab.
Yep.
Because he's going to throw that jab the whole time. He's just going to catch Neal on the end of it, and if Neal doesn't explode like he usually does, it's just going to be an easy win for Prates.
Yeah, and I think that if we saw the end of that Ian Machado Gary fight where he finally decided, it was like that whole fight to me, if he would have fought like that the whole fight, I feel that he would have had a better chance at winning. But because it felt like he just took off the first 2.5 rounds, and it really came on. Like he got close to finishing him at the end of that fight, but it was too late. Too little, too late, man. So,
but Jeff Neal he's notorious for taking rounds off.
Yeah. So now that's why these guys are so similar, man, because they're almost the same fighter, but you have the more prominent one, the fighting nerds hero Prates, right? And then you got Neal with that explosive speed. But I do think, and I like what you said, that he's going to stick him with the jab. That is my key to his win when I was doing the fights, also keeping the kickboxing going with the kicks and being aggressive. Don't let Neal dictate the pace. You're the better fighter, Prates, so you have to get in his face and you have to knock that man out, right?
I don't. Truthfully, the better fighter of the two, I think, is Neal, but I think Prates is more technical.
Okay, I like it. I mean, I got knockout in this fight. I got knocked out. So who do you got winning?
I got Prates winning by decision.
Prates by decision. You know that I could do that. This is one of those fights that just goes the distance. Prates pieces him up exactly what you said. And right now the distance is a plus 124. So you're going to get a plus 205 for Prates distance parlay. There's no reason we shouldn't play that, people. But of course, Prates knockout plus 115. Sign me up. Prates first and second round knockout plus 165. Sign me up. Prates knockout sub plus 100. Sign me up. The knockout for both fighters in this match is a negative 155. The distance is a negative 186 because distance is a positive. So, all right, Jamie, we'll see you, man. Thanks for commenting live and everything like that, brother.
Take it easy, man.
Yeet. So, but I do like the distance and money line on the Neal side as well, too. If Neal is active and can somehow stymie Prates, the parlay is a plus 347, but I also don't mind that Jeff Neal knockout at 500 either. I'm not saying he's going to knock Prates out.
You never know. He has power, man.
That's all I'm saying. So that's why I'm hitting the knockouts.
One shot.
And then we're going to one shot, dude. How many times we already see it, right?
Yep.
Right? Dude, you caught that spike. You caught the power bomb from what was Elijah
Yeah.
last week. Oh, that was insane, bro. There's some insane knockouts last week. That was crazy. So, yeah. So you got Prates. I got Prates. I'm playing the knockout with Prates, of course. That's why I've got the first and second round. I think these two guys are going to get in there, clash it out, and get it. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm picking Prates. We're on the same boat on that one. Now, we're going to have a problem. Now we're at the co-main event. We got our boy, Lerone Murphy, the unbeaten Lerone Murphy, flying from the UK, Lerone Murphy, taking on the phenom, Aaron Pico. Dan, talk about it.
All right. Aaron Pico, he's making his UFC debut from the minor leagues, Bellator. He's an explosive striker that likes to start fast. He's great at chain wrestling, and he loves to wear people down. Relentless forward pressure and aggression, mixed with his wrestling background and knockout power, makes him lethal, man. It really does. Murphy, undefeated in the UFC. He got wins over Josh Emmett, Dan Ige, and Edison Barboza. He's a technical striker with composure, and he waits for your mistakes. He's very measured and calculated boxer with crisp counter punches. He's very durable, and he likes to control the tempo of the fight. He has good takedown defense, and it frustrates everyone he fights.
Dude, wait. Okay, so first of all, I had to, of course, go do research on Pico, but we've already seen Murphy. We've already won money on Murphy, etc. Everything you said is straight spot on. On top of that, what really got me going with that is I think that Pico's power is insane. If none of you have actually saw Aaron Pico, go watch his highlights. Find the one with Spice One, right? He got Spice One at MC8, the murder show. So make sure you watch that one because so you can support my boy Spice One. And watch the way Pico throws that hands. When you were talking about dynamite in the hands, Pico has massive knockout power. How much of that did you see, bro?
Name somebody he fought, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is where you always say it. It's this. There's levels, right?
He's fought nothing but soup cans his entire career. His entire career, he's been hand-fed bums, and he lost 4 fights.
All right. I can't disagree with you. I love Lerone Murphy. I love how calculated he is. He can take damage. He is very durable. You put it all out right there. So who do you got winning?
I got Murphy by second round knockout because there's levels to this.
There's levels to this. Okay. So I was being crazy. I even went and I looked up the Murphy first and second round sub is a plus 3,000. I was like, what am I looking at this for? Because I think if he locked him up. Now, I think that money line distance parlayed together for a plus 218 on the Murphy side is where it's going. I am going to take Murphy. I watching that Spice One song to him knocking people out, all Murphy has to do is don't leave himself exposed when he throws those kicks, because that is how Pico is sneaking in that overhand. Now, Pico has a left where he comes into the body too, right? So if he hits him hard there, but his body type is nice, thin, built. He can take those hits. Do you agree with that, or do you think that that's still not going to make a difference?
No, I definitely agree with you, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. I just think Pico has not fought the same amount of talent that Murphy has fought. You figure Pico is where Pico is a generic Josh Emmett.
Okay. He's in the bargain bin.
Yeah, he's a generic Josh Emmett. He holds the same power, same wrestling pedigree, but he's not as good as Josh Emmett.
Now that you said that, I'm picking Murphy. I got it. The second round knockout is a plus 2,000. That's insane. I'm definitely riding that. And if you want to go for the knockout, of course, you got Murphy's first and second round knockouts is a plus 800, whereas Pico's is a plus 500. Now that's what I liked about this, is that this fight does seem it's going to go the distance. That's why the knockout at plus 210 for both fighters will help you cover yourself. I did throw in some other things too. Round one knockout for Pico is 1,000, and then of course, like I said, the second and third, because I think that if Pico can figure out Murphy, he could still with that late power knock him out. But I am on the Murphy side with you, Dan, bro. I mean, this is going to be a banger. I can't wait to see it. Right?
Yeah. Like I was telling you earlier, Pico was my favorite Bellator fighter, man.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite Bellator fighter. But
yeah,
like I said, he was fighting in Bellator, and he was fighting guys off the street. Like they were picking me or you to go fight Aaron Pico.
Yeah, I got waxed by that, right? But I will say this too, and another thing to strengthen the Murphy side, you don't even have to look at some of those fights. You could go to the Barboza fight, who is fighting on this card as well too, and is a favorite, and is the guy stepping in for King Green as part of the parlay of pain. So I had to change my parlay. I almost forgot I was be live, and I was like, the parlay of pain still exists.
Everybody forgets how good Edison Barboza is.
And dude, Murphy took him apart and he brutalized his ass.
Yeah.
He brutalized him. He hit the ribs. He went to the head.
And he beat the brakes off of Dan Ige too.
Oh, dude, that fight, he threw so many jumping knees, and that's the crazy thing. He's gonna throw those knees. So if Pico does come forward, okay, so here you go.
And if you watch this, you know, if people watch this, they know I'm a fan of Dan Ige.
Yeah. Yep.
Murphy beat the brakes off of him.
And he did it calculated. It's sickening. Like in a way you want to call him a counter puncher, but it's like he sees it coming, he goes whack, and it slows down that punch, and he's able to block it. You know, that's just a sign of he's one of the best boxers in this division.
Yep.
So that's what makes this fight so crazy good and so fun. And that's why when we lost the Green fight, you know, I was like, all right, well, let's just stick to the four. We were thinking about adding a fifth one in. We're just saying, you know what, these four fights are hard, especially the next one. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. The main event. In this corner, we have the middleweight champion, Dricus du Plessis. In the other corner, we have the wolf, the king of the wolves, Hamzat Chimaev. Oh, yeah. Talk about it, Dan.
All right. Hamzat Chimaev, man. He's the scariest fighter in the division. He 8-0 in the UFC. He has massive size for a middleweight. And he's huge for a middleweight. He's a grappling and wrestling master that doesn't give up on any attempt he shoots. But he is a sketchy gas tank because of the weight cuts, because he walks around at over 200 pounds. His best rounds are 1 and 2. He has to finish du Plessis to win this fight.
Yeah. Yep.
DDP, he is the middleweight boogeyman. He ran through Bobby Knuckles, Sean Strickland, and Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
And he's only gotten better with every fight. Every fight. He has a high fight IQ and the cardio to match that IQ. He has knockout power in both his hands with the most unorthodox style I've ever seen. It's hard. That style was hard to train for because you don't know what you're training for.
It's like wrestling. It's like fighting a drunk college dude. Like,
yeah.
You don't know what to expect. He looks like one. He fumbles like one. And then all of a sudden he's beating you like one.
Yeah, and dude, he has relentless forward movement, and he mixes strikes and takedown attempts. And he's also relentless on his takedown attempts. I've literally seen him crawl towards people and try to take them down. He needs to drag this fight into deep water and wear out Hamzat.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%, man. Like, dude, it's bust or nothing on the Hamzat side because I think that Hamzat can win a decision, but I think that the 5 rounds just only gives that much more. We got to remember that DDP threw over 140 punches in his last fight with Sean Strickland. Over 140 punches. Now, I don't see Chimaev getting close to that, but
Call him
he is
Hamzat.
good.
That's Hamzat. Call him Hamzat.
Call him Hamzat. Call him Hamzat. So but like they don't even have so we're FanDuel. They don't have the significant strikes out yet. We don't really need think about that. But what the disrespect is this is everybody's looking at this fight. A lot of people look at it the same. With Hamzat right there being able to come in I do think he can win this fight. I think Hamzat decision no action is the best because if it goes the length, you get your money back. If he gets the finish, you get a negative 260. So you're getting what you want in that. And so I like that. I also like a first round sub. I threw that down at the plus 1100 for Hamzat. And then, of course, the sub 123 for Hamzat is plus 185 because I don't think he makes it out of that. So I'm going to think about this. The decision no bet on DDP side is a plus 210. And the second, third, and fourth round knockout for DDP. Second, third, and fourth round knockout for DDP is a plus 850. Knockout for this fight, plus 200. Sub, plus 100. And the distance, no distance, is a negative 350. What do those numbers tell you, Dan?
It tells me everyone thinks Hamzat's going to win this fight.
Exactly. And what happens when everybody thinks that?
Well, the last 3 fights against Bobby Knuckles, Sean Strickland, and Adesanya, DDP has been the underdog.
Yep. Because nobody respects him. Like, I get that he's an eyesore, right? And we called him a drunk college guy, fumbling coming at you. It's literally like if Gronk was a jacked up fighter, right? And that's
but
that's
he's good. But he's good.
He takes the blows. I mean, Sean Strickland's hits don't feel good. Like, if you think you could take a Sean Strickland punch, then raise your hand because a lot of people can't. That man can box, right?
Yeah.
And even though his style's weird, he still put up with that DDP rush. And that's the thing is, like, when DDP goes rushing in, he's going to hit. Hamzat's the kind of guy that's going to throw a 1-2 or a kick and scooch a kitchen. He's going to go in for that grab because he's definitely going to go for it. I feel that if during one of those weird exchanges with DDP, there is an opportunity for submission, which is why I feel that the submission line is open on the Hamzat side.
Well,
what do you got winning?
Everybody forgets about the Hamzat Gilbert Burns fight, right? And Gilbert Burns took him into deep water and almost finished him. Almost finished him.
Okay.
So everybody forgets about that. And Gilbert Burns, everyone can admit it. He's washed. Like he's washed up.
Yeah. But when you fought him, he was okay.
My prediction?
Yeah.
My prediction is DDP lasts past the second round and he knocks him out in the fourth round.
Yes! I have it. Fourth round knockout plus 3,000 DDP. That's why I hit it to the 2, 3, 4. Remember that? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
This is a crazy week, dude. I'm back from the future, bro. I think I went to the future. Something happened to me. But, dude, I agree with that 100%. I think I want to take Hamzat, but I'm in that mentality, and this might just be me because I'm like I'm a tournament champion right now. I fight, I win. I know how hard it is for my opponents to beat me. I know that somebody who kind of bum rushes me isn't going to beat me. I mean, you've seen me fight, so that's practically what's going to happen. If you sit back, I'm going to pick you apart.
Yeah. So here's the thing with Hamzat. Everybody that's ever watched us knows I love these Dagestani guys. I'm a fan of the wrestling, the everything that everyone hates about MMA, I love.
Yes.
The holding you down, the just beating you up. I love it. I think it's great, and Hamzat is known for that. I do not think he could do that to DDP.
And I agree with that. And I'll also say, can you get a hold of if this fight goes past the third round, which I think the numbers, the round is to 2.5, and this is why I'm going to say this. The total rounds, over 2.5. I love that. It's a plus 106, right? Because if he doesn't get a hold of him early, DDP is going to be super sweaty by the end of this. And getting a hold of that crazy guy, it's going to be like holding a wet noodle in a pool.
Yeah,
he's going to be all over the place. He's not going to be able to lock something in. But that doesn't mean I don't think that he can't lock something in. That's why you just play a sub. But that's why I'm all about the champ. I'm all about him cementing it. If he loses this, right? If he loses this, then he's just only going to be known for what he did to Sean Strickland. And he'll be back and he'll get his rematch, maybe. And this is like Hamzat's biggest moment. But it's almost like if you take the champ, you have to be the champ. And to be the champ, you have to beat the champ. And there's a lot of disrespect going on for the champ. And I think the champ deserves more than that.
And plus, say Hamzat wins. So we get a middleweight title fight once every 18 months because that's all this guy fights.
Yep. Yeah. And we can't bring Strickland back up. So
yeah, but as soon as he gets the title fight, you have to make an interim title for this division because he's always going to do is hold up the division.
Yeah. So you don't want to do that too because of that too, and you do raise that up. A lot of people are concerned about his health at times, and that sometimes like he's in the hospital, looks like he's getting his last prayers, and then bam, he's winning in like 6 months. So, but then he doesn't fight. We don't see him again for 12, 18 months or something like that. So I get what you say. You don't want this. You don't want another Jones situation in Aspinall where somebody's waiting to fight him for a long time. Because if he does beat him and they don't give DDP the rematch within 6 to 8 months, then you will be looking at that 12 to 16 month for that next fighter is what I feel.
But DDP is down to fight anytime, anywhere.
Yep.
He's fought what, twice this year?
Once, and then he fought Strickland at the end of last year. Well, this will be his third fight in the last calendar year at least.
Yeah, so 3 fights in the last calendar year. When's the last time Hamzat fought?
I would have to. It's been a while, man.
When's the last time he fought? And these wrestling Russian guys, they like to fight the people that they want to fight after they become champion. They do not want to fight. They do not want to fight the number one contender and stuff like that. So,
Yep. So what you were asking is he fought Whitaker. That's when Hamzat fought Whitaker. It was October 26th. And then, of course, he goes back 1 year. That's the Usman fight. And then it goes Holland. He fought Holland and Burns back-to-back practically because that was an April fight. And then it was the September fight. But then he was off for 13 months. And then he was off for practically another year and a week, extra week. So you're looking at he's taking a year off.
Yeah, so he hasn't fought since October.
Yeah. Yep.
It's August. That's 10 months. That's 10 months per fight.
So people got to get ready. You want Hamzat to be your champion? Then you better be ready to see Hamzat in 2027.
Yeah.
No, at the end of 2026. That's probably
you're
looking at him probably next October. After
October, November. Yeah.
Well, you see, for some reason, likes October and September a lot. That's kind of weird. Like he has, of all those fights, he has 3 fights in October and he has 2 fights in September. It's wild.
Well, it all depends. It all. I'm not Muslim. If you are, God bless you, or whatever. It all depends on when Ramadan is, because
Okay.
these guys don't fight during Ramadan.
Okay. I mean, that's why Dan is such an amazing host of this podcast, because I am wildly going forward, and he's like, "Hold on there. Sometimes people can't do
Yeah,
that stuff," and I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah."
These guys don't fight during Ramadan because they fast for
Mhm.
the whole they fast for the whole month, and they cannot be in training camp or anything while they're fasting.
I
So
mean, that makes
and
sense.
you know all all is good with the religion you choose.
Hmm.
It's good for you, but if you're the champion, you should have to defend at least twice a year.
Yeah, plan accordingly. Plan accordingly. So if he goes in here and gets a first round submission, second round submission, everybody gets their way, then he can definitely get a fight done before any of that. He can get a fight done. He can wait 6-8 months. I'm fine with that. It doesn't have to be a rematch. So
But
that's the idea.
who's the number one guy right now in the middleweight division? Because
Well,
you you figure Bobby Knuckles just lost.
yeah.
Uh, Adesanya lost.
And who
Sean
wants to
Str-
see him anyway?
Sean Strickland only fights title fights. I'm tired of seeing him fight for the title. Um,
Mm-hmm.
who else do you have in
It
that
would be
middleweight division?
Imamov. It would have to be Imamov.
Yeah.
Or because after that, it would be RDR. Oh, dude.
Oh God. I don't care what anybody says. He lost that fight to Robert Whitaker. That fight should have been stopped. And he was grabbing the gloves when he got knocked out.
Oh,
He lost that. He lost that fight to
RDR.
Bobby. He lost that fight to Bobby Knuckles.
I mean, Fluffy Hernandez did move up, but I don't. Do you think that if Hamzat wins this, they might put Hamzat versus Hernandez? Fluffy?
I don't know what's going on with the UFC because rankings mean nothing.
Yeah,
It doesn't,
yeah.
it doesn't matter what you're ranked. It
Mhm.
matters your status on social media.
Yeah. And if people want to see that
Yeah.
lusted, right?
Yeah. If you got high status on social media, you get a title fight.
Practically. I mean, it hasn't worked out well for Paulo Costa recently, but hey, he still runs his damn mouth a lot. That guy's wild,
Well,
man.
he did get a title fight, and he got humped by Adesanya.
Yeah. So I guess it does work. Hasn't
I
worked
mean,
recently,
hasn't worked recently.
but he definitely used it to get to that situation. I mean, outside of that right there, I wouldn't see anybody else that I really want. I mean, this is where you'd be looking at if Cannonier wins, right? He beats MVP. Now he's just thrown into the mix. But he doesn't want none of that thunder from Hamzat right now. So for me, I'm looking at it right now. I would do Imamov, but I already know he's already planned coming up anyway, so he's off the books. So you would look at RDR or Fluffy being ready outside of that, because I don't think anybody else, and definitely Costa ain't working his way up to Hamzat. Hamzat to put that man to sleep.
What about your guy from the Fighting Nerds?
Oh, Borala? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking at him, trying not to mention him, but yeah, he's in the mix too, and everybody's forgetting about him. It's one of those things you could make a solid argument for almost every one of them, but like you were saying, what's going to end up happening is it's going to be something like Fluffy Hernandez, or RDR. You could see RDR get this next title shot, literally.
Yeah, this is the most exciting fight to make in the middleweight division because everyone else is either washed up or up and coming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hasn't proven themselves. So this is actually the most boring division in the UFC.
I you know what?
Other than heavyweight, because heavyweight's the most boring division.
Yeah. I mean, after what? Yeah, we already talked about the Joes.
Except for Derek Lewis. Because Derek Lewis is always a good time. He's always a good time.
He's always a good time. I always love Derek Lewis, but I couldn't forget about my guy Martin Boudet. Oh yeah, man, we need some more of those Martin Boudets, man, in this world. All right, well, let's get to it. Let's get to the end part. So let's make a DFS lineup, Dan. Go.
All right. I gotta look up the fights. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Gotta get him the fights. Gotta get him the fights.
All
He's looking
right.
up the fights.
All right. We got you.
Got it. Give me 3 that are going to win.
I got Murphy. I got Cannoneer.
Love it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Tim Elliott.
I you know what? I don't hate that pick. $7,000. Like, I have a Tim Elliott lineup because why not? Why not take Tim Elliott? All right, you have 9,166 left. So that's practically Chase Hooper, Prates.
Yeah, I'll take Chase Hooper.
All right. Two positions, 9,100. You got Prates. You want Prates, and then you got it goes. Chimaev's up there if you get. What's that?
Yeah, I'll take Duplessis. Can I take him?
Okay. You can. He's actually really cheap. He's like, dude, 7,300. They put the champ at 7,300. That's the disrespect I was talking about. I'm like, come on.
I'll take Duplessis, and I'll take Loopy, man. Loopy Godinez.
Godinez, you taking Loopy?
Godinez. Yeah,
I'm taking it. This is a crazy
taking
lineup.
Loopy.
This is a crazy one. So you have $2,500 left over. You got Murphy, Cannoneer, Elliott, Hooper, Duplessis, and Godinez. Lupe.
I'm taking it.
She's gonna submit Jessica Andrade. She's gonna go down. I'm looking at the second and third round submission for her. So I like that.
Those are my picks.
All right. So here goes my lineup. We're gonna go with MVP, Ruzi Boyev. Yes, you were gonna hear that name sometime during this podcast. You were gonna hear you're Sultan. Ruzi Boyev.
Tired of talking about him.
I know. Prates, Duplessis, Murphy, Barboza. That was my kind of like. I love Edison Barboza. So that's why I was giving.
I forgot about Barboza, man.
You could afford Barboza over Loopy if you want. You could add anybody.
No, I'm taking Loopy.
Loopy. He wants that sub. All right. So I'm gonna change up. I'm gonna make up one of my quick lineups for everybody right there. So I agree with Dan with Duplessis. I'm putting him in almost everything. And also I love Ruzi Boyev. I also love Barboza as my bomb. When I go up, I do love Prates. Prates giving me 88.50 left. That's where I was between Page and Battle. So I did look at Godinez, but it comes back down, and here it goes again. Pico's 8,200 and Murphy's 8,000. So if I go Pico at 82, I get 95. I get Chase Hooper, and that's how we get to that. But 8,400 gives me Loopy. So we're gonna do Duplessis, Ruzi Boyev. Sorry, Dan. Barboza, Prates, Loopy, and Chase Hooper. There's a different kind of lineup for y'all. Of course, I already have another lineup that's completely different from both of those in the Dr. Roto Subs Only Discord. But now,
you're not going to take
anything.
You're not going to take Gerald Mershart?
GM3? Oh, dude, it's right there. No, man. I mean, Olszewski's. It's either Mearshart's going to sub him. That's a total under on that. But I'm picking Olszewski.
Or he's getting knocked out. He's either going to sub him or he's getting knocked out. One of the two.
Like that's all that's happening. We just won money watching GM3 get knocked out. So let's just win more money watching it happen again. We're on the Olszewski side. However when you say Oleg, whatever. But yeah, no, and I do like that Asakura side on that fight with Tim Elliott. I think Asakura got a bum deal when he had to fight Pantoja. But at the same time,
why throw that kid to the main wolf? Like you threw him to the alpha wolf.
that's what, and I think that this fight could go the distance, and I think that the money that you're able to save with Tim Elliott, you're looking at some guy that might be 9% owned, and if he can just get out 40 or 50 points, it may free up enough of that salary for your roster to actually buy, the fighters that you want, or move up to, say, Hamzat from Loopy. It's the difference, or something like that. So
well,
I totally.
Everybody forgets that Tim Elliott took Mighty Mouse to a decision.
Yeah. Tim Elliott can win this fight.
He fought the best guy that division's ever seen to a decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yep. I mean, I'm not even gonna. I agree with that 100%. It's that's why he's so attractive at 7,000, and that's what makes Plessis attractive at 73. You throw both those guys in, and that's why you have so much money. You're picking the winners. You don't care about the salary. You're picking who you want and who you feel has a chance to win that, and that does make a difference in DFS. Those low percentage people. If Tim Elliott subs Kai in the first round, nobody will see that coming. And if you have that at 9% and he scores 120 points, 115 points, that's the slate breaker. That's the slate breaker, man. That's what we do. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the parlay of pain.
Ooh, yeah. It's time for the top, the cream of the crop, Macho Man. Ooh, yeah.
Let's get to it. So I had to switch this up, but we're going to go Hooper, knockout, and sub plus 100. Leg 1. Leg 2 was green, but is now Barboza. Knockout for both fighters. That's going to be a crazy fight. Knockout for both fighters is a plus 140. So that brought the parlay of pain up to a plus 380 on the 2 for the latter. Now we move up to Asakura. Under 2.5 rounds is a plus 108. I think Asakura does get it done, even though we just gave up a lot of love for Tim Elliott. Hey, things happen. You can still put up a lot of points and lose in the first 2 minutes of the third round. Why not? That plus, the plus 108 makes it a plus 898 as the parlay of pain builds. Prates, knockout and sub plus 115 raises that to a plus 2,046, and then this is where you get safe. You go to the Dreykus fight, you play under, that's negative 350 decision or distance, no, negative 350 brings that up to a plus 2,659. But if you really think some wild stuff's going to happen, shave that leg and go for the knockout for both fighters at plus 200. And that gives you a plus 6,339. I hit 3 legs on the parlay of pain last week, and you should be round robbing this as well too. So that way, if say you get the first 2 fights right, the third one's wrong, and the fourth and fifth one are right, you have that extra action. Dan, this has been a great show.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and wait till the article, man. I got the first female soup can coming.
We're gonna have ourselves some. Dude, did you see they make cream of chicken now with herbs? I was like, wait a minute, where'd that come from? Somebody threw it away. It was just the most random thing in the world. Start talking about soup. Campbell's, open up to us. Diddy Moore, open up to us. Whatever soup company you are. It seems like, Dan, you want cup of ramen. Oh, no, you don't. You want cup of noodles.
Cup of noodles, man. Cup of noodles.
Cup of noodles. We're looking. I think Lipton makes cup of noodles, doesn't it? Lipton.
I have no idea. I think it's like a ramen. Like the cup.
It's ramen.
Yeah, it's just a generic ass ramen. Sorry for swearing.
No, you're good. It's all right. Everybody's looked at a donkey once or twice. Yeah. All right, everybody. Head over to Dr. Roto. Use code word WIN. Start winning today. We want you to be our rich friend. We have tons of articles going on right now. We've been slaying it at WNBA. That's Fuego Steve. Also, we've been getting ready to do this Monday. Dr. Roto is on SiriusXM. At the same time, we will be doing a live draft on Monday starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Dr. Roto Network. The draft starts about when I get home and showered from karate. practically about 8:20, 8:25, and you'll be able. All of the hosts. There's 14 of us practically in this league. It's gonna be a barn burner, man. But
I won't be there.
Yeah, Dan might watch it. Dan might pop in, but it's gonna be about a couple hours. We're gonna break down. We'll pop in and out stuff. So if you want to see a draft experience between some of the best in the industry, we're talking Chris Kennedy's in this, Kickman's in this, everybody's in this, Danger's in this, everybody in the staff, Lou, everybody. This is the draft of all drafts, because we wouldn't be part of Dr. Roto if Dr. Roto didn't know that we could bring the pain to the competition. Oh yeah! Dan, thank you once again for coming on and displaying your excellent knowledge of the UFC. I love you, buddy.
Anytime, man. I'll do it. I love this.
This is definitely fun. All right, everybody, let's do it. Have a great day. We'll see y'all next week. Woo!
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. Until the next visit, be well and take care.